Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Football Manager 2020. This is episode number 17 in the series, and we're about to head to halftime with a 2-1 lead at Preston. It's been an interesting game so far. I was not going to show this game. I was going to start with the next game, but after the finishing of the transfer season, Jack Evans getting his first start, and Sam Surridge, who has not played much at all because of Borja Bastion. With Bastion out, it's Surridge moving into the starting lineup, and he has both goals. That's right. He's also gone really close on a third. He's done what Bastion has not been able to do all season long. And that is kick the ball towards the goal, but not towards the goalkeeper, who is between the posts of said goal. Uh-oh, Rodon could get in a lot of trouble for this one. Nope, no card. No card. Roberts has picked up his millionth yellow of the season and will likely sit out another game in the near future. Uh-oh. Oof. Luckily, that man chose to kick the ball straight at our goalkeeper, Woodman. And here's Kalulu with his first chance of the game. He has not had a chance today at all. Everything has gone to Surridge so far in this one. Grimes is going to take this corner kick here in the 56th minute. We go really close on that corner. It's been a while since I've seen us go close on a corner kick. But here is Preston North End on the counter. Woodman makes a really nice diving save to outstretch his right hand on that low shot headed for the bottom corner. Byers can't get this one away and turns it over. Shots are pretty level on this one, but we do have possibly all 3 points headed our way if we can hang on for the last half hour. Roberts. Oh, looking for Surridge on the overlap. This is one area where Bastion is missed. He's got the speed, he's got the awareness for that general stuff. I think Woodman was a little too confident that that ball was going to go wide, as it only missed by a few inches. Here's Surridge. Oh, boy, if Surridge could get to that one first and head it, Rudd's got no way of stopping that one. Here's Kalulu's second chance of the game. He makes a really good move to go left to right to stay beyond the defenders, but in the end, takes the shot really at the kind of wrong time. He needed one more dribble just to push the angle, or at least go to the post instead of down the middle with that shot. Roberts, not enough on that header, creates a chance here for Preston North End, and they bang it off the crossbar. Oh, that was so close. Rodon, his clearance goes wanting, barely makes it out. They are definitely putting us under some pressure right now. Is it time to try to aim for hanging on? Nobody's too tired, so we're actually good there. Longstaff's struggling a bit, just a 6.5, so maybe he is a bit more expendable. However, Byers also, it's actually got a nice rating today. Do we want to? Aha, yes. Okay. I know what we're going to do. I got it figured out. So I've done this move before, and I certainly like to do this one. But dropping your extra attacker into defense and bringing on your extra defender, Mavropanos, is here available, and he'll make his first appearance here in the last 15 minutes of this game. And the beautiful thing about this is these three guys are just about equal with one another. Now, instead of going positive, we need to go defensive here, and we're going to have to start... Ooh, how did that stay in? I thought for sure that was out. Oh, another poor clearance, this time by Roberts. Doesn't even make it out of the box. Team instructions. Time wasting. Turn it on. Turn it up. Run that clock. By the way, I hate time wasting. But in game, it's a mechanic. And in life, it's a mechanic. It's part of the game. We all do it. I just hate certain types of time wasting. The fake a hamstring injury, right? As opposed to just you're gonna take your time to get the ball in, the maximum allowed, right? That's part of sports. That's natural, right? If it's American football, using the whole play clock before snapping the ball when you're in the lead late in the game. Whoa, hello. That was already stoppage time. That's game over. I thought we still had almost 10 minutes to go. Well, there you go. We come away with all 3 points. And riding the coattails of newly promoted starter Sam Surridge with 2 goals. And while he only had a few chances in the game, none in the second half, he took advantage and managed to score twice on 3 opportunities, where Bastian, it would take him at least 10 opportunities to get 1 on average. So a real sign of the direction we could be headed now, especially the way Kalulu has played. If Surridge even does anything remotely similar, and so far has, our goal scoring rate could be going up quite a bit now with Bastian gone. Even though, overall, yes, he was a solid player, it was about the finishing and the one-on-one, and he just kicked it straight at the keeper every freaking time. Go ahead and praise that one, because I was very happy there. And he's happy with that as well. So that puts us back into the promotion positions. There's still quite a few games to play. In fact, Stoke, Derby haven't even played their next game. Derby is who we play, so Derby County, the next opponent on the list. I do, to be honest with you, find it a little bit odd that Derby is pronounced Derby. In America, we refer to it as a Derby race. If it's, we don't use it for other sports, but we do use it there. I do find that a little bit odd, considering it's England and not Germany. Germany, yeah, well, I get it. Deutschland, Derby, sure, but England, Derby, I don't get the relation. I don't get why it's pronounced that way. But there's plenty of pronunciations that A, I either still get wrong, or B, I find odd as well. And I know that when we refer to things as a derby match, we are actually, it has to do with Derby County. And was it the races there? I'm trying to remember now. It's been a while. Oh, it's been a while since I learned about that one. Darlow, 3.5 stars. Signing position. Goalkeeper. Okay. I need a goalkeeper. I do. Don't need to spend $1.8 million for one, though. Picking up an expiring contract would be a good way to go. Hello. Superb signing. 21. Really expensive. Difficult to sign. Sorry, I'm assuming you can hear, or at least just hear, the noise in the daycare below. It's that gym time, and it's the middle of winter, so our gym time is occurring inside the house, which I've been participating in most days of late, but not today. So it's currently Derby County who sit in 7th place, just behind us in the standings for that next match. just under a week away now. See, down to 1. Yes, 1. So, not so long ago, transferred player Oliver McBurney before I took over the team. That's a good one, but that's not. He is now 1 appearance away from triggering a clause where we're going to get a decent little payday, and he's actually got a couple more of those clauses as he continues to add more appearances, and they don't go up in number drastically. So if he has turned himself into an everyday starter, which it looks like he may be on his way to, he's had 14 appearances this season, and it seems to have gone up in number recently, maybe due to an injury, maybe not. But he could trigger those in succession, one after another. And we've got another one coming up pretty soon, too. Looks like Real Madrid on top over Valencia, so even before Barcelona or Atletico Madrid. Man City with a pretty decent cushion, 8 points in the Premier League. It's Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham chasing, Liverpool having a pretty woeful season compared to what they're doing in real life anyway, but they do have 2 games in hand, so but 2 games in hand still isn't enough to eclipse any of the top 4 teams. Everton, Wolves up there, so Everton having more what we would expect to see of them versus what we've actually seen in real life this year. And down at the bottom, Brighton. Surprise to see Norwich, Sheffield United. Not surprised, not saying that Sheffield United has not been a surprise in real life, but Brighton, definitely a surprise to see them down here. Pretty good squad. Not great, but pretty good. And so actually, speaking of Brighton and Hove Albion, so now we're talking 7-8 years ago, flu bug, out for a day. Okay, yeah, sure. We're talking 7-8 years ago, so my memory is not perfect on this. Title, author, yeah, no, sorry, beyond me at this point. But I did read a book, a pretty good book, actually. I enjoyed that one, and I have read at least a half dozen books on this topic, as in the sports that we are currently playing. But I read this book centered on a Brighton fan who was not a Brighton fan. I would like to say he was an Arsenal fan, having grown up in London, but then for a job, he and his wife had moved to the coast, to Brighton, and he was kind of down about, moving away from family, friends, blah, 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 and being away from his favored Arsenal club, and his wife talked him into, hey, you need a hobby, do something. Do something. See the local club. Right? And at that point, Brighton was, League 2 or... were they a level below that? I think it was League 2, but whatever it was definitely well away from Premier League at the time. And whatever the motivations ended up being, he went, watched them play, loved the atmosphere. It was different than going to see Arsenal. It was different than going to see, a Big Six club in the Premier League, playing Premier League. No, what's wrong? Really? You've been playing, every day. What's the matter? Earlier today, I would like to... Oh, yeah. Okay. We can talk We could talk about it. I just hope you don't get too ticked off because he's got. I know he was seen as a key player, but he just really was holding us back. He didn't fit into my tactical approach despite every attempt to make it work, so it was best for everyone involved that he left the club. That's actually kind of accurate here. Let's see. We never really found consistent form here, and we received an offer. It was too good. There you go. Consistent form. That's the reality. That's fair enough. He had gone off the boil a bit lately. Thanks for the explanation, boss. You're welcome, Mr. Rodon. Anyway, continuing with the story from this book. He goes, watches the club, loves the atmosphere, instantly becomes a fan. Then goes home, forces his way out. Oh, yeah, right. It's on control. I'll be making a change that. Nope. Club is bigger than any single player. Yeah, I like that one. Alright, so goes, enjoys the atmosphere, becomes an instant fan, but also decides to truly make some sort of hobby of it. So he joins the supporters club, whatever the name was. Again, it's been long enough since I've read this that those finer details like that are completely gone from my memory. But joins the supporters club and really starts getting involved, and then becomes, completely enthralled in the process as the club begins to build. Right? They were still a much smaller club, much smaller budget at that time, not even relative division to division what they are now, but just realistically, they were a small club. And a small club that through the fan base grew and grew and grew, outgrew their stadium, and grew into the type of club that was supported enough to grow financially and then ultimately become the Premier League side that they are now. So I do have a little bit of a soft spot for me to a club like Brighton that have made that type of journey. Likewise, that's exactly why I picked up. Hey, there you go, $400,000 on the McBurney deal. More to come. Speaking of Arsenal, which, by the way, club like that in the U.S. would be under scrutiny, wanting a new title. But I totally understand why Arsenal are what they are. The club was founded near the London Arsenal. Makes sense. Keeping weapons in town back in the late 19th century made perfect sense. Not today, right? You got your military outside of that, not housed inside the city. But back then, 19th century, sure. Absolutely. You're going to have more of a military presence in the city, especially when there's only a handful of big cities, than you would in random rural areas like today where you can be transported so quickly in or out of towns, and people prefer not to have the presence of soldiers among them, blah, 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 blah. So, Selena, still being a real douche. Offer new contract, Connor Roberts. When does your current contract... I like the idea, but also... No. He's got 2 years left. Maybe late this season. Oh, I like it. I wondered if they were going to do that. Excuse me. Okay, Longstaff switching over. Evans, who got his first start. Now Fulton coming in. We do have an injury that we're carrying, I believe. Oh, there goes Kilman off the list. Wah, wah. Peterson not making the adjustments. Gomez, 2.5 stars. Yeah, that was the problem. Oh, Roberts is pretty good. As a winger, though, where was... That's where. Would be the best. Would have potential. But would really cost us a lot to bring in. So it's more like... what happens if his contract expires at the end of May? Extremely interested. Maybe we look at signing somebody like him. Could we make an offer for an after? He'd be pretty expensive, but he'd be a big step up for us. Let's look a little bit further. Dribbling, crossing, good finishing. It's like he would contribute to the goal scoring. Tackling's not great, but he has really good technique, passing, long shots. Not the heading so much, not the marking or the tackling. So he wouldn't recover the ball terribly well for us, but he wouldn't be the worst either. And his other basic skills are very good. Physical, he's quick, have the agility, the stamina, not a lot of strength, but again, he's not going to win that ball too much. He has good vision, okay work rate, off the ball is really good, that helps. He's got some flair. It's a pretty good player for us. If his contract does expire and we can sign him on, he's not totally fluent. We need to work on his role coming in. But yeah, he's had 21 appearances this season, 3 goals, 3 assists with a 7.14 rating. So this would be a solid boost to us. And that was Man City appearances by Patrick Roberts, just 23. Spendy, yes. That's okay. Second group. Can we? I don't want a transfer offer. That's not what I'm looking for. Just straight into... Okay, where's... I thought he was expiring this year. It's less than 6 months out. It's just a few months out. I should be able to go in there. Maybe because he's already... I don't know. Alright, never mind. We'll come back to him. Make sure he is added to the short list, though. And keep scouting. Bidwell with a good week. Hogan's been here long enough. He needs to step it up. Next up will be QPR. We're home for this one. This is a big matchup, 6-7. And it's getting pretty late. Right? 30 matches in. It's 24 league. It's not a 20. So that's 46. We still have 16 to play. Plenty of time for things to happen, but we are definitely starting to get on the later side this season. We are level on points. So here you go, a head-to-head with two teams in a very similar place. Sorry, my neighbor's cleaning their yard, mowing their lawn, which is odd because it's been raining or snowing for days. The ground is saturated. It's a very odd time to be taking care of that. Whoa! There's Rooney and Tom Lawrence. Dang. And Huddlestone. Oof. And Roos. Holy cow. How are they not higher in the standings? They should be higher in the standings. Budget-wise, right? Aren't they top 2? Top 3? Anxious to avenge. I love that one. There you go. We'll take it. And here we go. Derby in the light blue. Little tricky to bad eyes. Early possession is pretty balanced through the first 10 minutes. First shot goes to us. Byers already picks up a yellow card in this one. Looks like we're going to have what could end up, 12 minutes if that's much of an indication. A pretty balanced game that could go either way. And that would make sense based on the team's form. Identical number of points. Goal differential is only off by 1, and that was in. It was in. That wasn't even straight off the crossbar. That was the bottom end of the crossbar. It caught a piece of the crossbar and somehow came out. Mavropanos. There he is, the Arsenal man making his first appearance. Nice ball to Bidwell, over to Surridge, and there it is again. Surridge kicking the ball away from the goalkeeper, but into the goal. And we lead 1-0. Poorly defended on that ball. Defender should have done more. Oh, and all of a sudden, shots are 6-1. So we've been all over them in the last 6 minutes. That was not a very good ball, or Surridge just did not make the right run. Either way, it's their ball now. Get ahead to that, but not enough to take possession. They're off to the races. Dowell pushes it wide. Long throw. Here's Dowell again. Crosses. Lawrence. Tom Lawrence. Was that off the post, or was that off Woodman's hand? Hard to tell. Didn't hear any clank, but I think it might have hit post. Fulton needed to chest that ball down and control it. Clearly was not aware that he was in space, as he just furthered the original ball clear to him. What a ball over the top by Mavropanos, and Surridge. That was actually a really good play by Roos. Really good play by Roos. Otherwise, Surridge would have scored his second of the game. Bidwell's cross is blocked, but we recover. Longstaff, Byers, Fulton, back to Longstaff. Roberts takes the weak shot, tries to go far post. No way he's beating the keeper like that. Nearly halftime. Grimes in possession to Byers. Up to Roberts. There's Surridge. Nice ball over to Kalulu. We set it back. Take the shot. Blast it over. Here's Byers now. Up to Longstaff. Longstaff hangs on to it way too long there. Exciting young prospect there, Matty Longstaff. And it gives Rooney a chance. Yeah, he's not going to mess that up. He just completed his transfer beginning of January? End of January? I think it would have been beginning of January. Back from DC United. And into the championship. And he gets his 3rd goal of the season. So that was a transfer that was predetermined before the start of the season, or at least included in the game, even though it happened just before the trade deadline day, I think, in real life. Which, of course, we would have been after that point here. Passionate. Avenge. They didn't quite take to it as much, but let's see if we get the pat on the back. Gives us a little more. Alright. That's 1-1. 7 guys fired up, and the last goal just before the half going to them gives them momentum, so that's a good response. Bidwell hangs onto it too long. He didn't really have anyone to go to, though. Nobody was crashing into the 6-yard box at the time. I think he was looking for the pullback. That's why he opened his body to go back and then lost the ball. Kalulu. Byers over the top to Bidwell. Bidwell does get a piece. Gets it to Kalulu. Kalulu's... It's blocked, but he gets it in. We get a chance. Fulton so close. Another good stop by Roos. Roos has made at least 2 really good stops. I'd probably say 3 good stops in this one. Woodman has not been tested yet. He didn't have much of a chance on Rooney's open shot. Tom Huddlestone, wow. Rooney, Tom Lawrence, what a pairing, those 3. Oh! Bidwell misses the header, but gets back in time and recovers to make a play and get us the ball back. Okay, it's getting awfully late in this game. 1-1 is not a bad thing for us, but that doesn't mean we're going to back off and play for the point necessarily, but we're not going to go for broke either. Jack Evans is available. Routledge is available. Selena's available. What do we need? Nobody is too tired. Longstaff is nervous, so Evans coming in for Longstaff. Start with that one. They are uninterested. Their manager did not say the right thing, and Kalulu intercepts, turns and runs. He's got Surridge right ahead of him. He takes it all the way, puts it into the near corner, and Roos makes another excellent stop. This has been the Roos show. Surridge takes it wide, feeds it into Kalulu. It was a really nice ball, but it was well defended. Rodon picks up a yellow. We've got quite a few yellows here. We're running out of time now. Bidwell's a bit tired. Kyle Naughton is available. I think maybe we need to do that. He doesn't have a great rating anyway, so let's bring in Bidwell so we've got fresh legs for the final minutes. See if he can, or not bring in Bidwell, but bring out Bidwell and bring in Naughton. Fulton, the only other one who's struggling. Peterson? Alright. Almost out of time anyway, so we'll bring in Peterson, see what, if anything, they could do, and let's encourage. Ooh, the ball almost played out of bounds. Here's Grimes, Evans, Byers, out to Roberts. Roberts. Make up your mind. Shoot or flash it across the goal. Don't do both. Though I'll admit, I do that occasionally myself. Can't make that final decision at the last moment. Are they getting into the right spot or aren't they? And then you're still caught between the, should I shoot? I should take it. No. I'm gonna pass. Oh, okay, stoppage time. Minute and a half to go. Long ball back to the keeper. We intercept. Chance to go forward. Surridge. Good play there, but we give it away. We get it back quickly. Naughton. Peterson. Evans over the top to Naughton. Here's a good chance for us. Crosses in. Surridge! Goal! That's a game winner in the final minute, and it's Sam Surridge again. This has been the Sam Surridge show. Oh, what a move. 2 matches removed from excuse me, eliminating our annoyance, our star player who just struggled like crazy, so we can finally get him out of the lineup. And in 2 games, Surridge grabs 4 goals, and we win both games 2-1. Or will we? They keep adding time on. I thought that was going to be the last kick of the game. It hasn't been. Finally, there is the whistle. Full time, 3 points, and we beat the Wayne Rooney-led Derby County 2-1 at home, albeit, yes, but we get sweet revenge. And it's Sam Surridge again. So will we finally have 2 strikers that can actually score goals? Looks like we might. You don't think anything specifically needs to be said? I'm going to say well done. Good win. I know I said something just last week, but we're going there again. Alright, so here we are. Sky Bet Championship. Leeds leading the way, 60 points. Brentford just 1 behind them, better goal differential. West Brom just 2 points behind. So it's really tight contest. We're only 5 points off the lead now. I don't know what's happened to Leeds here recently. I thought they had a bit of a gap. I thought they did, didn't they? Didn't they have a bit of a gap? Well, they just lost to Nottingham Forest 4-2. That closes the gap down a little bit. They lost 3 points on that. Wigan, Middlesbrough, just a point ahead of us. So it's really, really tight at the top. We've got a plus 13 goal differential. But after the start, right? After that poor start to the season, that first 6 matches or so, as they were still figuring out the tactic, you subtract, 2 points through 6 matches or whatever it was, 4 points through 6 matches. You subtract that period and, go with the 25 matches since. Our form has been among, if not the best, in the league since that time. Stoke, only 2 points behind us. Goal differential the same. So a loss for us, a win for them, and we would drop right back out. But again, right now, I'm not worried about the promotion playoffs. Right now, I'm just looking for some consistency because there's still not a huge gap between us and the middle of the pack, though we are starting to separate ourselves from at least the true middle, like QPR, Hull, Preston. They're a bit back now. Bristol City, still quite close. I think that's kind of where we're going from close to, a little bit of a distance, right? It starts below Fulham, definitely begins around Hull. And then it's starting to look pretty good by the time you get down to Preston North End. So gaps are a little bit bigger between there, 2-3 points in between each team. Spreads the pack out pretty quick. But the top 9, still really close. Really close. Anything could happen right now. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.